attention right now. Make a list of a few of them. What does it look like for you to say no to those things and yes to spending time with God? Read Psalm 86, verse 11, and write out what you think having an undivided heart means. Day 2. Make the decision to stand firm so that none of these things will move you today. But none of these things move me, neither count I my life dear unto myself, so that I may finish my course with joy and the ministry which I have received of the Lord Jesus, to testify the gospel of the grace of God. Acts chapter 20, verse 24, King James Version. I want you to think of the last really bad day you had. I know, not super encouraging. But seriously, take a minute and think about it. What were the events that happened? How did you react to each of those situations? And what were the words you spoke on that day? The last really bad day I had was just a few months ago. A teacher called me about something one of my kids had done in her class, and it was the kind of situation that makes you want to resign from motherhood. A few minutes later, a friend texted me a picture she thought was hysterical that she had taken of me. It wasn't funny to me, and seeing myself like that made me irritated with her. Then my husband came home and threw the mail on the counter, a big, unexpected bill. And to end the day, I lost an opportunity for work, which made the unexpected bill feel even more stressful. The truth was that my circumstances were moving my faith to a place I didn't want to be. Paul, the speaker in Acts chapter 20, verse 24, knew something about bad days. His days, though, were harder than what most of us would consider a bad day. But one of the reasons Paul was able to declare, "But none of these things move me," was because Paul had been given the opportunity to see heaven. He understood that anything that would happen here on this earth didn't really matter because in what would feel like just a minute, we would be in heaven. We will have hard, bad days, but it's just a bad day, not a bad life. Like Paul, we can make the decision to believe that although these things here on earth are hard, irritating, or just inconvenient, that doesn't mean we have to be shaken by them. Make the decision today that no matter what comes your way, your faith and hope in Jesus will not be moved. It's setting the enemy on notice. He can try to defeat and discourage you, but he will not win. Take this devotion deeper. Paul frequently used the metaphor of running a race to describe his faith. Look up the other references to this concept. 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24, Galatians chapter 5, verse 7, Philippians chapter 3, verses 13 and 14, 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7. What does it look like for you today to run your race well? Why do you think that sometimes a bad day can send us on a downward emotional and mental spiral? Day 3. Make the decision to keep your words in line with your heart. May these words of my mouth and this meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight, Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Psalm 19, verse 14. New International Version. My friend and I hadn't seen each other in a few weeks, so I was excited to catch up on her life. After arriving at the restaurant, we hugged, took our seats, and ordered some chips and salsa. Immediately, we started talking about what had been going on in our lives and dug into a discussion about the previous month's events. A person's name, who I didn't care for, came up a few minutes into our catch-up session. My friend told me a story that made me dislike this person even more. I then told my friend a story about this person that made her dislike them more. And so our conversation went.